Okay, so back to King's War. Which means I need to go back to the Queen Fury. Let's get furious. In case you were wondering, while my cat's been running away, they apparently have a message they want to share with you all. Here it is. Oh, that's odd. Why is that one? Never mind. I forgot. I forgot which place was which. I thought I was logged in over there so I could actually type stuff. This is probably have two computers and. Alright, Glare, you're going down. Wait, why is my sound messed up? He wasn't saying anything. That's really weird. Is that supposed to happen? I don't know why that would be supposed to happen. Yes, it does. It very much sounds weird. Yeah, I'm going to have to... I don't know what suddenly caused this to happen. But it's definitely in the game client, so I'm going to go back and save and then see if I can restart the game or something. I'm assuming it didn't, the game sound wasn't too bad until just now. Because this is when I just noticed it. Yeah, it's like they stopped talking and it got bizarre. I'm almost positive I just saved, but I can't actually remember. So I'm not taking any chances. Well, then I can easily fix that. Alright. And we'll go ahead and turn this off. And once again, we'll just go right back into it. Oh no, it's emulated. I've heard some people on Twitch freak out about emulation, but I do legitimately own the game. Actually, I own the game twice. I own the game back in its original PS1 disc, which is funny. I talked about this at the very beginning. I bought this game. I played this game for probably 2 hours. I don't really remember because it was how many years ago. And then I got distracted by either Final Fantasy 7 or 8. And just, even though I liked the game, I never made it back to it. And so when I was preparing to stream this, I went ahead and got on the PlayStation 3 because I can capture on a better resolution there. But I couldn't get it as crisp as I wanted to, so I eventually went to emulation. But I do have a very strong stance against emulation unless you He does this. Yes, you do. I'm just glad you're quiet. But yeah, I have a pretty firm stance against emulation, except when you legally own both the game and the system to play the game, I don't really think it matters. I always like to say that. Okay, so hopefully this will fix the weirdness. I have two cats. One of them is named Bug, and the other one's named Opera. This is Opera. This sounds about the same as it did before, unfortunately. This will be the test. Yes. Okay, good. Go. That sounds better. Oh, I forgot to switch out Maru. More and more. Yeah, unfortunately, I like the name Endora quite a bit. I didn't actually name these cats, unfortunately. Oh, that's a story. I don't know if it's a story I necessarily want to tell. Oh, are you... You're freaking charmed. I'm not going to uncharm you. I'll just kill this thing. Yes. But yeah, I had a girlfriend a couple of... Whoa, that was quick. A couple of years ago. And she... Like... It almost felt like a scam. I met her, I went on a date with her, and then suddenly she got thrown out of her house. And being a decent person, I let her crash with me. And things just didn't really work out because we barely knew each other, so of course they're not going to work out. Hello? But she ends up, you know, staying there, and then she shortly after loses her job, and just, I end up supporting her way longer than I have any legitimate reason to. But she gets lonely, and she gets the cats, and eventually, I go on a business trip, and I'm out of town for about 3 weeks, and she mysteriously gets pregnant while I'm gone, so she leaves, but she leaves the cats behind, so that's why I have cats in my apartment that I did not name. I refer to her somewhat jokingly as Crazy Pregnant Girl, because she was really into Wicca and, you know, predestination and all that stuff, and she went to see a seer, and the seer told her she would get pregnant that year, and she didn't want to get pregnant, but she still didn't use protection, and I'm like, okay, you're insane then. I don't believe in all of that stuff, but if I did, I sure wouldn't ignore it. She was a trip. Man, that feels like a story I should have, like, turned on, I didn't turn on, like, the maximum face cam for that. That seemed like a Day 9 moment right there. I'll never be able to have as many of them as Day 9, but still, that seemed like what that should have been. Whoops. I'm sure that story will get told a few times, because I'm not popular enough to be able to do it all at once. Dang, I forgot to change out Rose again! Die. More and more. Flabby troll. Take that, flurry of sticks. Yes. Go. Crash dance. Man, I outsmarted you. And I'm off. I don't know. Whoa. Wow. They have, like, treatment for diarrhea. And now I'm thinking the people on YouTube that see this are going to be so confused. Go. I knew that it... Wow, she is one away. Oh well, I'm still not using her. Yes, look, if you weren't here last time, I did Gust of Wind dance twice. Holy crap. Wow, he's only got 3? How boring is that? Yeah, it was not a smart thing that I did at all. I do not recommend it to anyone. And yeah, she did a lot of things that just didn't make any dang sense. She like was convinced there was a ghost living in the bathroom. I know, I was expecting some like awesome animation, you know, for an all-out attack, but no, it was just boring. Wow, she's so fast. Even her, like, introductory one is like, holy crap, I gotta press the button already. Elizabeth. City of Fueno. Alright, so I'm gonna stay at the end, heal up, because free healing, why not? I'm also gonna go to the item shop, or a shop, and sell a whole bunch of crap. That is not how I enter the city. That was incorrect. Okay, you can stay. I guess I'll keep those. I mean, I wish I could buy them, actually. I would just take Healing Fog, Healing Rain over this other stuff. I do not ever think I'll use Spirit Potions. That's... Seer said she'd get pregnant. She believed the Seer, but she didn't use protection, and then she got pregnant. Although not with me, thank goodness. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever use Spirit Potions, to be honest. I will get rid of them. Because I just build meter so fast. Alright, game, let me sell multiple things at once. This is like your worst feature. I do want some. How will at least be 3 spaces? Holy crap. Game, why are you so stingy with my spaces? Okay. Well, these are only worth 10, so they can't be all that good. Well, ironically enough, after she got pregnant, the person that she got pregnant from decided he really wasn't all into Wicca and everything, and so she suddenly decided that she found Christianity because she was desperately trying to seduce him or make herself more attractive to him or something. It's weird. I'll keep the attack balls. But yeah, she got pregnant, and basically, I mean, obviously, if someone's living with you and they get pregnant by someone who isn't you, then I was like, you better find somewhere to go. And she dragged her feet for a while, but I was kind of like, I effectively I gave her a 30-day notice, like I was evicting her, and I was like, look, by this day, I'm changing the locks. You're not on the lease. Figure it out. And she ended up the guy that knocked her up, like, decided he did not want a long-term. Oh my God, this is getting so out of touch. But the guy that knocked her up decided that he wanted, nothing to do with her. He didn't want to spend a long time with her, and he suddenly had cancer. So he didn't want to be there for the kid. I don't think he had cancer for a second. In fact, this gets a little technical and a little, I probably shouldn't have done this, but I work in a medical facility. We are a plasma center. People can come in, they can donate their plasma, get some money, donate, plasma. We make life-saving medications out of it. I'm not going to say which place it is, because I'm not supposed to. We have a PR department for that. But anyway, I work at one. And it turned out that the guy in question donated. And all of a sudden, when he had cancer and couldn't be there for the kid, I was like, oh, donor admitted he has cancer. So all of a sudden, he was deferred from donating forever, because you can't donate if you have cancer. And I completely and utterly believe the guy was just being a douche and was lying to her and didn't actually have cancer, of course. But because I didn't. Well, okay, that's not true. I didn't like her. I was completely done with her. But I was just like, okay, this is a complete dick move to do back on him. Oh my God, And the best thing was, he came in and tried to contest it. And so I'm the one that went to interview him, and he's like, oh. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, you have cancer. I'm sorry, you can't donate. It's unhealthy for you. And he's just sort of like, oh. The dragon is dead, but it won't bring back... Oh, yeah, the dragon's dead. I won't bring back my house or ship. So, yeah, anyway, she ends up finding some other schmuck to put up with her for a while. And I don't know what happened to her after that. She actually showed up at my house with one of her best friends, like 2 years later, just to be like, hi, how are you doing? I'm like, get out of my house. And it turns out she left something and wanted to know if I still had it. I'm like, no, I threw your crap out like years ago. No. Some people. Oh man, I could tell you guys stories about her, and I probably will. But let me talk to this guy first. Dot, I've heard about you. You successfully defeated the monster on Prison Island, and the female bandit. What's wrong? You have a long face. We are ready to go back to Flet and triumph. We couldn't get the moon dagger back. I like the ocean. Let yourself flow in the waves and winds. The problems of this world become not a problem at all. Here's an idea, Dot. Why don't you come with me to the ocean? Dot, you would make a good sailor, or even a great man of the sea. Yeah, sorry, I have to pursue Lloyd. I can't. I still have something to take care of. I understand. It's a shame, though. Dot, as soon as you are ready, just come aboard. Meet you on the boat. Be ready for departure. Yeah, we're ready. So yeah. Oh, she was absolutely not a good influence. It ended up being that I'm just overly nice, and I'm firm, but I'm nice. And so I wasn't just going to up and I can actually move this now. Awesome. Up and kick her off out of nowhere. But yeah, no, not a nice person. But yeah, okay. So the other thing about her, oh my Oh, I didn't go to the inn. I'm a dumb. Oh, well, it won't matter. So, okay. This is a warning sign for anyone else that ever dates crazy people. So, one of the things I found out very shortly after she moved in was that she had a kid with a previous person, only she didn't have custody of the kid. The courts had decided that she was not fit to raise a child and had given custody of her child to her parents. Now, of course, I was young then. Didn't actually really, I was like, oh, wow, that's so terrible. I can't believe you can't raise your son. Courts are way smarter than I give them credit for. So, she, in the custody battle, she's trying to prove that she's actually a fit parent. And so she gets her best friend, the guy that showed up at the house several years later, to marry her in order to let her show that she's in a stable relationship while she's off banging this other guy. So, at the very least, if nothing else... What is this? Oh, that's in order to go back on the ship. Okay. I was like, what is this button here? It's saying I can press something. If nothing else, I can absolutely... No, I'm not exploring the ship right now. I can absolutely say that I was not the biggest sap in her web. I mean, I was nice, but I was like, I don't know what I just agreed to. What am I doing now? Yeah, that girl just attracted crazy people to her, which I'm pretty sure is thankfully why it never worked out, because I'm a pretty rational and down-to-earth person. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but I'm going to say I'm a hell of a lot better than her. Indeed. Let's see if we can get back to the king. It shouldn't be a hard time. We got 25 minutes. I am just waiting for the comments that are going to be posted after I post this section. Because, of course, I'm going to have to leave that story in there. If she's... That would actually be super sad, gamer. If she, like, secretly has always, kind of missed me and is waiting to see if I come back to her, and then I'm just supposed to, yeah, crazy bitch. And if you are, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, except I'm kind of not, because... I'm sorry the truth hurts your feelings. We'll say that. I will say the same thing I say to people at work whenever I fire them. I deeply hope that you can find your happiness elsewhere. I barely got that because for some reason I thought I was on Dart.
Take that, flurry of sticks.
I'm still not used to her.
Yes. Go. Dance.
I don't suck at it only because our company is so forgiving. I would say that, seriously, of the people that leave, only like maybe 30% of them get fired. The vast majority of them just stop coming to work. because they are so forgiving of everything. And we have a lot of people with attendance issues. I mean, just to give you an idea, and again, this is why I don't say which company I work for specifically, because oh my god, I would get in trouble saying stuff like this. But we have a point system. When you get to a certain number of points, you become eligible for termination. I love the way we phrase stuff. We have people with triple that number of points that have not been fired yet. I'm a manager, so I am able to fire people, although I don't... All the decisions to get rid of people have to go through HR, and the actual manager, the one over the entire center, is just terrible about contacting them. So there'll be people with so many attendance issues, but they haven't actually issued the appropriate corrective action where you have to be like, okay, well, you're at da-da-da, that we can't actually get rid of them. It's bad. I will try, Gamer Joe, if I can ever manage to remember how fast she hits things. Nope, not that time. Okay, you know what? No. It's Maru time. It's like Rhine time, but totally different. Nope. I mean, I guess it is a repeatable item, so it doesn't even matter, but no. I will say the worst things about firing people is people that legitimately are in a bad situation and they have a really long attendance problem, and then something really bad happens to them. You know, so it's like they're at the stage where they should have been fired a long time ago, they just haven't, and then all of a sudden they end up being gone for like a week because they, you know, their kid got the flu. And that's enough to finally, I mean, we have to scramble so much, it's finally enough to make, you know, as a group, we say, okay, yes, let's get rid of this person. But then they legitimately have an actually good reason for not being there. And it's just, they're like, I can't believe you're firing because my kid was sick. And I'm like, well, we're actually firing him for the previous 15 times you missed. But...
Double snap.
Alright, let's see this. I do really like that Dragoon form. Does she have the Triforce on her head? Awesome, gamer.
Freezing rain.
Let's actually watch this. The whole point I'm doing this was so I could see it. That's very powerful. I don't know if that guy happens to be weaker to water or what. Wow, I'm off. You typed a novel in the middle of this. Although it's... Whenever people, what people really seem to want for is actually a distraction. Almost everything that people really, really crave and desire, and all the stuff you always hear about, really seems to be something in order to make them not be in the moment that they're actually living in. I remember, wow, this turned into like Dameol story time. Several years ago. Okay, I'm going to finish the story before I keep going because I'll get distracted. Heck, let me do it correctly. 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. Haha. That's terrible. That's bad. I know, kitty. This was going to be totally awesome, and I totally ruined it. Oh well. Fine. It's not set up correctly over there. Anyway, so several years ago, I ended up falling and breaking my hip. Yeah, I know. Breaking my hip at like 30. What? But I'm not going to get into that story. The point of it is that after that happened, they gave me Oxycontin, and I swear, for a week, I had to take Oxy, and although it was awesome that week because I was just in a daze and everything just flowed. Holy crap, when I got off Oxy, I am never touching that stuff again. It just it blanks your mind. It makes you not exist anymore. And I always remember, I can't understand the people that are addicted to that stuff. I don't know what is wrong with their life that they want to not live it. So I totally get what you're saying, Imhoff. For those of you who YouTube later, Imhoff was talking about a lot of things in this world that are enticing. Food, money, video games, sex. It never really satisfies people for that long. They'll get it and it will be awesome and they'll play it. And then they want something else. They're constantly adrift between distractions. And that's kind of what reminded me of that. Is back when everything in life was content, and I hated it because I wasn't really living. So anyway, that was Philosophy Time with Dameol. Moving on. Well, let's go. Her graceful steps. Her dainty movements of the hands. Her gracious eyes. This entire town is a creeper. Guys, calm down. She's our Princess Emil. Princess Emil is back. I have returned after half a year of sleep. My father, King Zwar, wouldn't say it, but I heard that the evil doings of the sinner, who feigned to be me, has harmed our people in Tiberoa. I can say it's my fault. Perhaps people were wounded by trusting someone they thought was me. I'm determined to make atonements for this, even if it takes forever. It wasn't your fault, Your Majesty. Please, don't blame yourself, Your Highness. Your returning only makes us happy. I owe you a debt of gratitude. I love this country. I love you people. Let us make this country continue to be wonderful. To be a wonderful country. I missed the A. Let's continue to make country a wonderful country. Up here she comes again. I have a favor to ask you, Princess Emil. May I ask you to name my baby? My soon-to-be-born baby, Your Highness. What was it? Hellraiser? It would be my pleasure. How about IE? Or Al for a boy. Okay, Al makes sense. IE makes it sound like AIE! They have the sound of great energy and strength. They're beautiful names. I thank you very much, Your Highness. This is why I could never be a royal, right here. The people told me, I was like, can you name my baby? And I'd be like, eyesore. Mistake. God bless Princess Emil. God bless Tiberoa. All the best for her new kingdom. Princess Emil. How beautiful she is. Albert? It's just like I imagined. Thank you, Lord, for leading me to the country of Princess Emil. Is something wrong? No. Where's Princess Emil? She left like 5 minutes ago, dude. But you can meet her again in the castle.